Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How is it going? And listen, like we like to do every single time, we want to ask you, how are you doing? How are you faring? How are things going? We're in uncertain times, and it's not like we haven't had uncertainty in our lives before, but this is, not the best of times. And I just want to just send good things out to the universe, let you know that we are thinking of you, and this is a supportive community. If you choose to join, and we'll talk about it later, please do. We would love to have you. So I want to make sure that I say some things. So first of all, I don't know if any of you are federal workers or you know or love somebody who is a federal worker. Please know we're thinking of you. That it's so hard. I was watching the news last night, and there was one gentleman. He was just in tears. He just wants to support his family, and he says, we do not deserve this. And that's the clearest thing I can hear from anybody. We do not deserve this. Everyone wants to work, they want to provide for their families, and this is just so hard. And I'm so sorry. I don't even know what else to say. I'm so sorry. Wow. And that we're all on fixed incomes. And I do this because I want to just talk to people about retirement savings, but there's so much that goes into our financial health. And usually, when we hear things about fixed income, we're talking about retirees. But just remember, that's all of us. I'm salaried and my income is fixed. There are some of you who have the ability to get overtime. I'm not one of them, and I'm guessing a lot of you out there, it's the same thing. We don't. So, what we do make is what we have to work with, and just keep that in mind. We are just all looking at taking care of ourselves. I went to happy hour with some friends last night, and like I said, I have different groups of friends, so we go at different times every quarter, whichever group. And one of the gentlemen is on Medicare, and he was just a little bit stressed because his premiums are going up from $60. He already knows because open enrollment is coming for Medicare, and he already is aware that his $60 premium will go up to $100. So fixed income, no other way to make more money, and he's just got to find ways to tighten his belt. So he has that, and then his the plan that he gets for his prescription drugs. The one that he has is being canceled, so he'll have to look at some other options. Doesn't know what to do at this point, so we're all going to be feeling that. Where we're going to be, we have open enrollment seminars coming. That whole time period for many of us is coming up. I know mine is at the end of this month, so I'm talking to you in October. So late October is when I will see how much more I'm going to have to pay for my medical, my premiums. Well, medical, dental, vision, all of that. So it's coming down the pike for all of us, unfortunately. So just that's why we're doing this, to try to help, whatever we can do. And one of the things that I promised you, because what I like to do is, what do I have left in the fridge? What do I need to make a nutritious, delicious dinner? And I have some staples that I absolutely always have, because I'm going to make something with all of it. So I'm just going to read to you. And I've told you that I'm a member of, one of those membership only clubs. And I find that buying things in bulk, you can definitely save money, but do be careful. If you have to split the orders with somebody to make sure you use it all up, do that. Or you can do like I do. I freeze stuff. I freeze a whole bunch of stuff. I freeze cheese, no problem. Meat, obviously not a problem there. I even froze half and half. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I suspect it will be okay because I've frozen milk before, thawed it, and used it. So that's what I'm working with, and I don't want to waste anything. So let me just read to you what I always have in my pantry. So I always have mushroom soup. I always have tomato sauce, tomato paste, diced tomatoes. I have Bush's chili beans. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Lowry chili seasoning always. And I have tomatoes, cans of tomato soup. I always have chicken broth. Now I have mine in a box. Maybe that's just where I get it from. I know that there's cans of it. I just find it easy to work with the box because I close that back up and reuse it. I always have cheese. I always have cheddar cheese. I love sharp cheddar cheese. I just like that tang that's in it. So if I buy one of those big blocks, I don't know if it's a pound and a half. Honestly, I don't know. You get it from the box stores where you have to have a membership to get in, and whatever that size is, it's pretty big. And either I'm cutting it up and I put it in the freezer, or using what I know that I will use so that I don't waste anything. I also have Parmesan cheese. It's a big old container of it, and it's already grated, ready to go. And I've figured out you can freeze that too. And so I do. So, as much stuff as I can make last as possible is what I want to do, and what we should all be thinking of doing. Make sure that we use what we have. So, I've gotten to the point now where I used to go to the grocery store once a week. I don't anymore. It's about once every 2 weeks, and I can make it work. It all works out just fine. I just figured, if I went more often to the store, you had too many impulse purchases. And so I have a list on the fridge. That's just my way, just however works for you. Make sure that you stick with the list and just buy what you need, and just make sure to take care of your money, because that's what this is all about, right? So I promised you, oh, and eggs. I always have eggs. I buy a container. It's got 18 of them in it for, I think, $5.92. So whatever you're being charged, just, have those eggs. And like I was telling you, one of the earlier shows, house guest came and said, wow, you guys have a lot of eggs. Well, because you can do a lot of things with it. And I'm just going to tell you today about chicken soup. Now, I'm betting that there's a bunch of people here who are actual cooks. Okay, I like to eat. I like to eat good food, but I'm not one of those who enjoys being in the kitchen and just really creating. My sisters are like that. I did not get that gene. I want to eat well. Matter of fact, that slow cooking stuff, that is so good. I'll be at your house and enjoying your food, but when you come to mine, mine's going to be the fast way. That's just how it is. So I'm just going to tell you quickly my chicken soup kind of sort of recipe, because I'm just throwing stuff in and it's good at the end, but the getting there. So I told you about the $5 chickens that I buy. I don't know, once every 2 weeks, whatever. We cut it up. We have sandwiches. We have a meal, but then there's always a lot of chicken left on the bone, and you don't think about it because you're looking at it. It doesn't look like there's much, but boil it off, and you will get quite a bit of meat. So what I tend to do, that the carcass, I throw it in a pot, and I put one package of my chicken broth. Now, I know you're supposed to make chicken broth. I'm just telling you, this is how I like it. And you do whatever works for you, perfectly fine. So I put one carton of the chicken broth in, and then fill the rest of the pot up with water, and just watch it rise to about the top of the meat, and just let it boil. Now I'm thinking, I really should have written down times. Check it after 45 minutes and just see how much meat is coming off the bone. And you may have to flip it for another 15 minutes, and that's fine. Do what you need to do to get as much of that meat off the bones as possible. The last time I did it, I had a bowl full of chicken and I made 2 meals from it. I'll tell you about the other meal later. We're just going to go with the chicken soup. So then I'm picking the meat off. Well, I drain it, and then pick the meat off the bones, put that in another container. And then once I've done all that, I don't put the meat back in because other things need to cook. So now I have this broth. I put onions in it, and I don't know, I slice up maybe half an onion, whatever looks good. I just throw it in there, along with some carrots. I do baby carrots, and I just put the whole little baby carrot in. It's fine. And the celery I waited on because that doesn't need as long as the carrots do. You need to soften the carrots up a little bit. Then throw in the celery, toward the end. And I put some garlic powder in, and with just a little bit of salt. So there's that. And then I put the meat back in along with, because I've already cooked the pasta. I always have egg noodles, some sort of pasta around. If I don't happen to have egg noodles, I'll use whatever I happen to have. And it all works. It all tastes good. It's all fine. So when I put all of that together, and then I'm just kind of tasting it and seeing, okay, does it need a little bit more salt? Does it need a little bit more garlic powder? Whatever, just to taste. And it doesn't take me that long because, again, I am not a cook. It needs to cook itself, all right? It's in a pot, and it was so delicious. It's flavorful. It is fresh. It lasts. I think we had maybe 4 meals out of it. And I loved it, and I'm hopeful that it works out for you. That's just one of my throw it together type recipes. If you try it, give us, a thumbs up or a note, something to let us know how it worked out for you. And, just share. So I'll just do that one recipe because, our time is short. It is limited. And what I wanted to do was talk about the Money Matters for Teens workbook, because I'm flipping through here and I'm going, okay, everything we're telling young people to do, we as adults need to be doing it too. And don't worry about it says for teens, because we can make use of it too. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't be ashamed. Don't go there. Just do what you need to do. So I'm on the there it is, where we're telling kids, number 3, make sure to save. Please tell me that you've gotten yourself into a place where no matter how much it is, you are, number 1, putting money away in your 401k, your 403b, whatever system you are using for retirement savings, use it. You are, number 1, doing that, because that comes off of your paycheck. You never even see it. It's just done. And then also have a savings that you do yourself. So on that sheet of paper where you list how much you make and all of your expenses, you make sure the first expense is paying yourself first. How much are you putting away in savings? And don't worry, whatever it is whatever you can do. It all adds up. Just make sure to do that, because I'm going to share something with you. I have not been on a vacation for probably 15 years. And it's just life. I go to the West Coast to visit family members on a semi-regular basis, and you can't really call that vacation. But my sister, who is going on a cruise in the spring, mentioned it to the family, and it's an open invitation to join. And I looked at it, and I started looking at the cost, and I go, okay, so I'm putting money away, right? Not only for emergency savings, but also just because. Who knows what you want to do, and you just want to be ready for that. So I'm looking at the cost of that trip, and it looks like, I told them 60-40, it's probably more like 70-30. We will be able to join, but I just need to keep putting more cash together to be able to do it, because this is not going on a credit card. Well, I'll probably secure the trip with a credit card, but I need to make sure that I can turn around and immediately pay it off. You know, debt is not good for, I won't say for any of us. We all might have to have some kind of debt, whatever your situation is. I don't want to say you shouldn't. Well, it's best that you don't. Let's just put it that way. Just live off of what you save, what you make. Just, keep yourself accountable. Just take care of that. Okay? So put that money away, please, whatever. And as I said at the very beginning, if you would like to be a part of this community, we would just love to have you. So at the end of the video, subscribe. It is free. I will never ask you for money to be a part of this. I just wish I had had this opportunity many years ago myself. And so I'm just doing this to kind of get more of us into the community who want to create a better life for ourselves. You want to live for today, but you also got to take care of tomorrow, because when you retire, you're not going to have that income coming in. So your investments and Social Security are what you're going to need to be able to live. Okay, so do what you need to do, please. We would just love to have you be a part of this. And so, with time running out, I just want to say thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. And until next time, we'll see you, okay? Bye.